And I think we are live. Welcome everybody to a very different kind of stream. Kings of Pop Culture will be happening straight after this stream. This is just like a little special segment, if you will.
Yeah.
We probably won't be too long on it. It's going to be no longer than I'd say about 20 minutes, half hour. And it's going to be a bit of a rough one to talk about, I think, for all of us. Because initially I was going to talk about Jason David Frank and what's happened with that. But then Kevin Conroy is not long happened either. And Robbie Coltrane, same thing. So this is just going to be sort of our way of not just paying tribute, but talking about how their characters have inspired us throughout life. In particular, these three. You've got Tommy Oliver, Hagrid, and Batman. Like, I mean, that if you're talking characters that are cream of the crop, like, I mean, come on. So I suppose we can start with JDF. Also, I apologize if I'm coughing a little bit. I've had this cough for like a damn near week now.
Smoking too much.
Yeah, I know, probably for sure. But essentially, when I found out the news about this, I literally just got back from Liverpool after a great weekend. And I did something that I've never done, where I got off the train and I took a slow walk out the station. Like I literally got off the train and I waddled out the station. I didn't believe it. I was like, no, this isn't right. What? This has got to be fake. It's got to be a hoax. And then went on Twitter, as you do. Went on Instagram, went on Facebook, went on Google, and got the confirmation that Jason David Frank is gone. And at first I was like, wait, suicide? Wait, what? No. Surely it's natural causes. And with all the details that have been revealed, I don't want to believe it went the way it did, but I think all evidence points to it being exactly that. And what's heartbreaking is you see videos getting posted literally a day before said event happened. Him meeting like little group of little girls at a convention, just being his usual self, and you would have no idea that was in his mind. And I don't want to speculate too far into this, but I think we've touched upon this a little bit before the other day, especially me and Danny, where he's got his Legend of the White Dragon coming out, and he was retiring from Power Rangers, and it's kind of not necessarily coincidence, but it feels very coincidental that all those kind of chess pieces aligned before this happened. It's almost as if it might have been in the pipeline, and to me that makes it even more heartbreaking. The fact that this could have been something that was going to happen for a long time. And I didn't know how to take it. And the thing is, what I want to say before we go any further is I know some would say, oh, it's a celebrity, get over it. And true, we don't know them personally. Like, personally, I don't know Jason David Frank like that. I don't have his number. I can't hit him up and say, hey, yo, you want to grab a McDonald's? Like, I don't know him personally. But the thing is, as I've said before, Power Rangers is not known for its acting. So it's not Jason David Frank. It's Tommy Oliver. He literally is Tommy Oliver, like to a T. He is the martial artist. He is the, every single time watching it as kids, we all made those sound effects because we wanted to be Tommy. I said this earlier on that, with regards to Jason David Frank's approach in life, everyone wanted to be Tommy. Like, no one, I mean, people wouldn't mind being Jason or Zach or whoever, but everyone really wanted to be Tommy. Like,
rock, paper, scissors for it.
Let's just be completely objective. Everyone wanted to be Tommy. When you're in a school playground and you're pretending to be a Power Ranger, who was the one everyone wanted to be? Tommy Oliver. All the girls wanted him. All the guys wanted to be him. And what's heartbreaking is I feel like a piece of my childhood is dead. And especially when you take into context how kiddie Power Rangers is, but also how action heavy it is, especially for the age bracket it's kind of aimed out. It's really weird. It's like when you discover WWE for the first time, and then every adult in the room knows you're watching fake fighting, except you, but you think it's real, and you're like, yo, I'm allowed to watch adults fight? This is cool. Yeah. Like, you feel like you're a grown-up. So when you see Power Rangers for the first time, you're like, whoa, this is awesome. And then you go back to your usual cartoons or whatever afterwards. But I think the character of Tommy Oliver, at least for me, I'm not sure how it is for you guys, and feel free to bounce off of me with your own takes. But throughout a lot of my school years, I didn't really look up to many role models in the real world because there aren't really many to, if I'm being honest. And, you know, I just think a lot of people ain't shit. But with a character like Tommy Oliver, he was someone that kind of inspired me to push on and keep going. And what was great about Tommy's character is not only did you have 5 episodes of hell, like, I mean, 5 episodes of straight up torture. Like, you didn't find out the result until the 5th episode. Weekly.
The thing was, like, I remember when these episodes actually debuted, man. Like, so I'm revealing my age. Like, my goodness. Let me tell you something. Imagine yourself in the 90s. 93. Like, yes, 93. It's episode 13. You got this. Jason is getting ready for the tournament, and you got this dude with long hair with a green tank top, like spinning backflips and say like, "Yo, what's good, man?" Like, oh my goodness! First episode of them ever fighting Tommy, bro. This man straight up went inside the Megazord, kicked them out of the Megazord, beat their ass on day 1. Do a Kamehameha wave and told him like get wrecked, son. Like they had to go repair for this shit, bro. Oh my goodness. Losing Jason David Franks, man. Like, sad part is, man, this was my first time meeting him twice this year, man. And this was his last year on this earth. And that just shows you that you can't take life for granted, man. No, and this was really sad. The sad part is, man, this man was a man of God. This dude like kept on telling people, you know, but don't I got mental health, but push through it. Don't give up. You feel like if you're going through some struggles, you're feeling like it's not. If you're getting lonely and you don't have nobody to reach out to, a friend, reach out to a mentor, reach out to somebody in your family, especially if you're having those thoughts. And it just shows you, man, even the person that is preaching it ain't even all the way there to themselves. So that's just even more like when I found out that he committed suicide, bro. You know,
he wanted to make no one feel how he felt.
Yeah. It's like when he said suicide, I was like, nah, that ain't JDF. Nah, man, like that I don't believe it. I don't believe it, man. Shit.
I think it's hard for, like, how can I put this? Men's mental health is so important, and sometimes they don't have the courage to sort of say something because it's something that's looked over quite easily. I mean, men don't feel like they can come forward and say something to someone, and that is what, like, it's a sad thing, and it
encapsulates it.
Yeah, and obviously it happened to Jason, and you know, did he speak to someone? We don't know. You know, it's sad that it's happened to someone. I mean, I'm not a Power Rangers fan personally, but like, from what I saw there.
Yeah. Still there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I know the impact he had on King and Jacob's life. Not like in a way, like people don't understand.
My shit, bro.
People don't understand like the connections that people have to certain characters. Like, it's sometimes it can get you through stuff. Like, if you can relate to a certain character, it can seriously help you get through hard times. And sometimes it's easy to say sometimes it's hard to say something. And that was sort when we did the mental health stream in December last year. Yeah. You know, that was it's got to a point to say that men's mental health is important, and you sometimes need courage to say something, because sometimes men don't have the courage to say something when they need to, and it can result in
anytime when a man says like I'm good, he ain't good, bro.
When a man tells you I'm good, all right, bro, talk to me. What's up?
Come on. Like that's the key word.
That's a key word right there. It's like when everyone says, I'm fine.
You're not fine.
They ain't fine.
That's happened to us.
There's another one. Been better, been worse. That's not
we'll share a moment, because again, like I think what people gravitate to us is we're real, and the connections that you see on screen between me and these lads here, it's genuine. I mean, look at this mofo right here. He has a Kings of Pop Culture cup. Get that cup show that cup on the screen. Come on, get it up. Look at that. Look at that right there. That's my boy right there.
And that just, sorry to cut you off quickly, that just shows
where, to piggyback off what you're saying, we've had moments ourselves where sometimes one of us will go quiet and we'll go, okay, Jacob, what's up? Come on, talk to me. Like, it's,
But that's because we have each other, and we, like the impact that we've had, like meeting each other, it's...
Yeah. Keyword, that's what I'm going to let you know, like, I'm talking to men and women. When a person says, or mostly dudes, when they say, I'm good, I'm fine, like everything is okay, like I'm all right and everything. All right, man, what's going on? Like, hey.
They don't elaborate. They don't elaborate.
I've had conversation with this man right here because he said it before. I'm like, bullshit, stop it.
Yeah. I mean, let's throw out the one where I was going through some flipping shit, and you were like, man, Jacob, man, what's up? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And you're like, right, you call now. I was like,
it's like me and Jacob sometimes I'll be like, Jacob,
me and you, Dan, was like, get on that phone right now.
It's like, Jacob, what's going on, bro? Like, you come on, talk to me.
I'm sitting with Darius. I'm like, Darius, I'm like, I'll call Darius when he's messaging me about something. I'm like, all right, no, I'm calling right now.
No, because I would
drop.
It doesn't have to be that long. Like 3 days. And then like these motherfuckers, where is it? Where are you good, bro? Like,
where are you, Darius?
Like sometimes
your ass back here.
I'm not busy. Like I'm just busy, but sometimes something's really going on. And I appreciate it.
I mean, I'll never forget that time at the Halloween, bro, where you're in that costume you were wearing was hilarious, bro. It's like the little gloves and shit. But it goes all the way back to our mental health stream. What was it, about a year ago now?
About a year ago, actually.
And then you were saying how much that us being there helped kind of gravitate you through that, and that's the importance of it. And this is what I keep preaching, and I know I want to try and stay as positive as possible, because I know JDF wouldn't want us to do this, but it is so important to talk about the context to which this man is no longer here. I guarantee you, if someone had a conversation with this dude, if someone
would have been here.
There's one conversation could change everything, and I'm not even joking.
I know
was a time a few years ago, back in school when shit was going bad for me, where literally a conversation with my granddad got me through it.
What's it called? Like they even said, they said that his coach, he got one more phone call from his coach, his martial arts coach. Like he was calling up his martial arts coach, and his martial arts coach didn't pick up. The one time.
And here's the thing about suicide. Like most people, like you look at people who survive suicide, like they try to end it all. If they survive, they're like, okay, I shouldn't have tried to do that. I regret it. But you think about that. Think about the people who end up going through with it. Think about how they might regret it as soon as they did the thing. Like they might have regretted it immediately after that, but you can't take it back after that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, it's the hardest thing to say. It's like doing suicide is a little bit of a selfish thing, because it kind of puts your family in a different position, man. Like, because now you kind of make your family feel like crap because they didn't know and everything.
Yep.
And then, like, if if you don't got all your stuff put away from like, you know, like funeral costs. I'm just saying, man, like that's just a burden on people, bro. Yeah. Like you didn't set nothing up for people to go off of, and now, and then like, because doing this type of stuff even leads into family beefs too, because at the end of the day,
then the blame game comes in of like,
people blame people, like you weren't there, or you weren't there either.
Tear a family apart. Like you can have the loveliest family in the world that are so strong and so connected, and the very minute something like this happens,
and then that's people that think about suicide, they know this too. So for them to be so driven, like to do that, to end their own life, to put themselves and their family in that position, they have to be really going through something, because a lot of times people know that, they're aware of that.
Because the thing is, man,
of what's gonna happen,
because the thing is, at the end of the day, and it's a sad thing, is when it comes down to money, bro, shit, your family will turn you over real quick, man. They don't give up about you.
Let's put it this way: people reveal themselves for real when money's involved. You know who's real and who's not when money gets involved.
I'm gonna say this, right? There was a situation literally a few months ago where this dude's mum passed away. His mum, and all this mofo could think about was money out of her bank account. I said, your mum is dead, and that's all you can think about. You sick twat. Like you real piece of, like you know, horrible, man. It's and then that weighs on your mind as well. And then there's a whole web.
It's a whole effect on why it's not good.
Effect. You know, if one thing leads into the next.
It's like, it's a whole bad thing. It's like, dude, if you feel like you got suicide problems, if you feel like you just can't go another day, reach out to somebody. Anybody, man. Seriously, somebody that you trust and everything.
Even if it's somebody you haven't talked to in like months, like just make the call. Like,
it's like if any of you guys in the chat are going through something, don't hesitate. Don't like hit us up. Like without
to save, whether how well I know you or not, if it's gonna save your life, dude, like
I mean, we're here every week, so I'm serious. If you're in the comment section, you're like, you know, going through a tough time, and to be fair, I've had that quite a bit, especially just sometimes in general, where sometimes people will leave a comment under a video saying, you know, hey, and Evan just put a link into the chat there, so that link's going to be useful as well. There are people you can talk to, but also, like, you know, we're always here every week, so if you feel like at any point you need to vent to someone, just put it in the chat, say, yo, going through a hard time, we'll stop immediately. Unless it's DC and Henry Cavill related, then I'm good. But you know, we'll stop immediately to read it and say, okay, here's what we can do. And the thing is, we're not professionals of anything. Yeah. Like, I have no accolades in nothing. Right. Yeah. I mean nothing. I'm dumb as shit. You know.
All I got is I got college level psychology for you. That's about it.
Oh crap! I got life experience. That's all you need. Like sometimes, like
some dudes who have been through some shit.
Different perspective. That's what you need sometimes. You need.
Yeah. I'll put it this way: you got over 100 years of life experience on here. So, like, if you feel like it ain't going your way, if you feel like you're getting weary, you feeling like you're hearing voices in your head just saying, "Do it." Don't stop in a minute.
Just stop immediately.
Stop immediately.
There's nothing. There's nothing in this world or any world that's worth ending your own life over. Nothing at all.
Because you are important, okay?
Yeah.
You are important. JDF is important, man. Like, you're important too and everything. Like, everybody's important. And
think about it this way: all the future people that you're gonna help and that you're gonna meet and that you're gonna love and are gonna love you, like you're depriving them of that. And if you end your own life, you're taking that away from them.
It literally goes back to what we said in the mental health stream last year, where I remember, Danny, you said, you know, it just makes you think, Jacob, what if you didn't do that one more Robbie video? You know, if you didn't keep pushing on, you know, where would it be? And, you know, there are people in the chat now that have grown up with us, who are now going to college, you know, who are now pursuing their dreams, or they're turning their life around just because we sit here talking about how stupid DC are every week. You know, it's I keep taking shots at them, but it's true. You know, It's stuff like that that's great and it's heartwarming. And in the context of JDF, I can only imagine how much that weighed on his mind before doing it. Like, you know, if I do this, the amount of people that I'm going to basically be turning my back on, like that.
Man, I feel so sorry. I felt so sorry for like all the Power Rangers that used to know him, dude. Like especially Amy Jo Johnson, bro.
Dude, I almost shed a tear during that, man. I was like,
she was like singing today, and like she couldn't do it, man. She had to end her live stream like early, like 17 minutes in. She was like, "Nope, I can't do it. Like I can't do it." Like,
I mean, if we're feeling sad and we didn't even know the guy, imagine how
we feel all this loss. You think about the people who knew him and who loved him, like personally. And that's...
I mean, even Austin St. John did a video, and you could tell he was choked up. Like, I mean, it's sent a ripple right through the whole thing. And again, I don't mean to be that guy, but let's be honest, right? Every Power Rangers actor brings something to the brand. I'm not going to discredit that, but there is one guy who's done everything to be the bridge between fan and brand. There's one guy.
It's this guy. He the GOAT. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first Power Ranger to be a millionaire. Like, but he just kept it on the low. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I really wouldn't be shocked. There's a reason why he's in every fan film. There's a reason why they brought him back in the movie. For some weird cameo. There's a reason why he's everywhere. It's literally because he is the ultimate Power Ranger. Like the ultimate. He made it cool to be a Power Ranger. Look, I mean, everyone wants to be. You could be in the third world, and everyone will know who Tommy Oliver is.
Yeah,
they'll know. The guy with the long hair and the ponytail and they'll know. It's like Jesus Christ, like fuck. But I mean, I tell you what, man. I tried watching an episode of Forever Red, like the Forever Red episode yesterday, just for old time's sake. I couldn't even finish it, man. And then as soon as I was done, because it was on YouTube, I remember being on the call to you, Danny. I got recommended the ending scene of the first movie where the Van Halen music plays and it says "Thank you for Power Rangers." Like,
bro,
I couldn't even. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna fucking tear up. I can't watch it, man. I'm gonna cry. Like, get it off. I can't do it,
bro." Like when I saw JDF, like pass away, my dude, I was like I looked at my phone. Because at first I thought it was a hoax because like somebody said it was a hoax, and I said like, okay, it's all, man, whatever.
That's always the worst part, man. It's the same. It was the same thing with Kobe. It's like it comes out and like this isn't real. Like this is
And then, man, when I saw Boss Logic tweeted out RMP, and Boss Logic is like that company that's really tight with JDF. He's like that's where the Legend of the White Dragon was filmed or whatever. Yep. When they said RP to JDF, that's when I knew, dude. That's when I see.
And then you see Deadline, and then you see CNN, and he's like, "Oh no,
dude." This is the first time I ain't say to you guys, man. You had a grown man crying yesterday, like, because that's how much he meant to me, dude. Like, he was like that cool uncle or that cool cousin that you see every Saturday and every Sunday, man. Like that was just that. He's like, because I was telling Jacob yesterday, I was like, nah, man, this is fake. This is nah, man. We already know that JDF is gonna come back, and he gonna like this is my childish mind trying to like pretend like this don't exist, bro. I said. Right now, it's the Power Rangers again. They ass whoop, and JDF is gonna come back with the Green Ranger uniform with the Dragon Dagger to save them and just let's save the fucking day. This ain't real, bro. This ain't real, and man, I tell you, dude, I cried damn near all day yesterday, bro. I'm a man enough to admit that, bro. Like I'm not ashamed of saying that I cried because of JDF passing away, because that's how close he was to me, bro. Like I remember when these episodes came out, by the way. I'm 31 fucking years old, dude. Like, sorry for cussing.
Hey,
you need to put some soap in your mouth, Danny.
Yes, I did, but I'm having a moment right now.
You need some soap in that mouth.
And bro, like I tell you, when I remember when these episodes came out, And then like when I remember when he became the White Ranger. I remember when they became the Red Zeo Ranger. I remember when he became the Turbo Ranger. He passed the torch to TJ to be the Red Ranger. And then 5, 6 years, 10 years later, he comes back in Dino Thunder and he's a mentor.
Black Ranger, man.
Y'all just don't know, man. Like, you have to literally grow up in the 90s and the mid 2000s to understand what I'm talking about, bro. Like,
I mean, when I say, look at this guy eating down here. When I say, you know, like Tommy Oliver got me through some bad times in school as a kid. Like, there was this one situation where I was dealing with a bully at school, like, and he was a real piece of work. And I remember watching an episode, I think it might have been a Dino Thunder, where he was like a mentor. And I think it was the Bully for Ethan episode. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure he has a scene in that where it's like a pep talk.
He's saying like, hey, man, just, you know, talk with him and just see what's going on, because maybe he's going through something worse than you.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he had a scene like that in that one. And instead of fighting the bully, went and talked to him.
It's like, dude, what's your deal? Why are you picking on me and everything? And then
made peace with the dude. You know, it's, and the thing is, like, I know people say, oh, it's just a Power Ranger, but the thing is, when you grow up with this, right? It's like if SpongeBob SquarePants was a real thing, right? A real thing, and was killed. It's like if, you know, Stitch was a real thing and was killed. It's literally like a part of our childhood is now dead. Like it's gone.
Yeah.
Like it literally feels like that. It feels like a part of my childhood soul is gone. Like I can't necessarily articulate it, but the amount of times I would spend in front of like the TV as a kid watching, you know, Power Rangers on repeat, pretending I was Tommy, you know, pretending I was a brave hero just to get myself through the week. You know, it got me through some rough times, as I'm sure it did you guys.
So
I mean, like, also, like, I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but social media could have also played a massive part in this, because social media is a very toxic place, and and where you get your sources. But like, you can, loads of actors have suffered, and maybe Jason did, maybe he didn't, don't know. But like, you can get the most horrific messages, and that could literally just turn you like that. And you know, seeing those messages every day, and then with whatever else is going on in your life, it can just literally all come together and just crush you down. And you know, so
it's like I said, man, this dude was the #1 advocate on telling people to go get help, seek help if you're having these ideas. And that's when I just said, when I got the news that he killed himself, I just couldn't believe it, bro. Like, nah. He must have died from natural health. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is me being a kid. I'm 30-something years old, dude.
The kid and you can't accept it.
Like, this is a kid in me that can't accept it. I said, like, nah, man. Like, obviously he might have fell down and he was like training and he like broke his neck or something. Like, I was making up stuff in my head, bro. Like, and I couldn't come to terms with it, bro.
And I thought it was a hoax for a good couple hours. I thought it was a hoax. I didn't want to believe it. I was like, why him? Like, not Tommy, man. Come on. Like, out of everyone that could go, why Tommy? You know?
Yeah.
Like, really?
And that just like goes to show what I thought the pandemic was going to teach us, but I guess it didn't sink in for some people.
And the thing is, what's going to frustrate me, right, about this, and you know, it's great that people pay tribute, but again, it goes back to what we've said a million times before. No one gives a fuck about it until it happens, like until the worst happens, and then everyone goes, "Oh shit, we need to care."
That's every tragedy. That's every type of tragedy. Every time something happens, it's like you talk about it. Oh, 15 minutes, 15 seconds, like here, minute of silence. Let's pray prayers.
The moment, like somebody, like, you know, there's a guy that's crying for help. you know this guy is getting bullied. You know this person is like having these bad thoughts inside their head and everything, and you choose to ignore it. And then when they actually do it, you're gonna say, oh, "I didn't know Timmy would do that." I
didn't know.
Timmy was crying to you every day.
They're crying out for help, and then you wait till the worst happens, and then you go, "Oh shit, I got to do better." A month later, you forget about it. You do a Barry Allen from CW,
and then it happens again, and then someone else does it, and then it's And we have to stop. Like I blame a lot of people for this. I blame the people who came before, especially men, like our ancestors. They're the ones that imposed this weird. We don't talk about our feelings. We don't communicate bullshit, and we're just all following along with it because it's like no one ever talks about it. It's the unspoken thing.
It's like
unspoken thing.
It's like one of those things of like your ancestors. To your point, Darius, I get what you're saying. To your ancestors at that time and everything, they didn't have no choice but to.
It worked for them because they were fighting and they were in war. They were doing all this stuff.
They were like they were fighting other tribes. They're fighting like
Andrew
animals and stuff like that. But this is one of them times where like once you started to have civilization, that's when you could have like sit down and just said like, okay. Now maybe since we got civilization, we can start like, changing some things what men can go through and everything.
Yeah, we need to evolve that. As civilization evolves, we need to evolve too. We can't keep doing these outdated mindsets. This alpha male. If someone says that they're an alpha male, they're not. They're not.
Bullshit.
They're not. It's bullshit, bro. Don't believe anyone who tells you they're an alpha male.
We're not synonymous with animal kingdoms for that reason. We can't be placed like that.
The moment you admit that you're an alpha male, that means like you're insecure about yourself.
That's not even how wolves work.
If you're one of those people that walk around going, "Oh, I'm an alpha male," you're an idiot. You're
not only are you an idiot, you got low self-esteem because if somebody says something bad to you.
I know we got a lot of young men in the chat here right now. I followed that alpha male crap. Like, I'm not even joking. I followed that MGTOW bullshit. And you know what? It cost me a chance at having a good relationship with someone. So I'm telling you, don't believe it. It's BS. It's BS.
Yeah. Now,
seriously.
With the MGTOW thing, yes, they do got some good points.
There's some good points in there from the business.
There's some good points where I agree with them. But
business side, yeah.
Cutting all away from women relationship, that's a whole nother stream in itself. But I think we should talk about the Harry Potter guy next. Like
yeah. But just linking it back, like, again, that alpha male shit is such BS. Anyone who says that is just chatting crap.
I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. You got people saying real men don't have depression. Like, shut the fuck. Like, shut up.
And those same people be saying, I'm doing this or that, whatever, to move on. It's like, yeah, you're depressed, but you just don't want to.
You don't have depression. You don't have depression because you're drowning yourself in alcohol and women and all this other stuff that's not going to fix anything. Like, that's what you're doing.
Yep. It's a way of deflecting from the actual pain itself. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it's mad. It's mad. You know what? Maybe that mental health stream might come sooner rather than later because I'm fired up now. But just linking it back to the JDF thing before we pass on to Robbie Coltrane, it's a shock, I mean, it's always a shock, but this one more so because it wasn't like it was an accident. It wasn't of natural causes. He took his own life. Like the Green Ranger.
He probably was just breaking inside.
And just slowly.
He just
had it.
He was trying so hard to push along. He just couldn't take it anymore, and he just said and when I heard that he committed suicide, it reminded me of a neighbor that I was close with, and he was a football player. And there was a month before said event happened. I was talking to him. I was having a conversation with him, and he gave me these football gloves that he wore in a game. Damn. And I remember he told me you could be anything in this world and stuff. A month later, I get a call that he killed himself.
Wow. After you had that conversation?
Yeah. You just never know. You just never know.
This is why I say, you've always... you've always got to go through life leading with love and kindness and compassion. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. You never know when someone is going to go. You never know. Seriously, you don't. You really don't. Like, I remember I said this to you yesterday, Danny. There was a video that I saw where this guy said his friend was the life and soul of the party. Like, he was the heartbeat of everything, and he killed himself. And his friend had no idea until like he was like, "Wait, what? Him? Really? I had no clue." Because the people, and I've talked about this a lot, the people that seem the brightest or the happiest or like to put smiles on other people's faces, I'm speaking from experience here, are genuinely the most broken. Yeah. Like, for me personally, I like to make people smile because I don't want anyone else to feel how I felt. It hurts. It sucks. You feel like crap.
I'm guilty of doing that. Like, if I don't feel like I'm worth anything, I at least want to be worth something to other people. And that's not a healthy mindset to have. It's really not. You think it's noble. It's not. Like, that's not a healthy mindset to have. Like, self-worth, self-love, that should be the end goal for every person. Like, you got to love yourself first.
That's important.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't love nobody if you don't love yourself.
For everyone else, by all accounts, you know, and whatnot. But if you aren't right yourself, then how can you be there for anyone else?
Yeah, you're just gonna end up tired and drained, and
you know. And I hope that wasn't the case with JDF. You know, and all I can say is that just my thoughts and prayers are with his family and his friends, and no doubt in the special they'll find a way to pay tribute to him. But this is a shock. You know, this one's rocked me. Like, I haven't felt this way since Paul Walker. Like, it's hit me like badly. Like, I especially when you as a kid, you know, you see this guy with long flailing locks blowing in the wind going, "It's morphin' time!" Like, you know, doing random flips every 5 seconds, you know, and kicking a bunch of like faceless NPC putties all over the place.
And the thing is, before we transition to the next guy or whatever, man, the man kept on promoting his movie like every time, like literally every time when you saw him, he kept on saying, "Hey guys, go check out the White Lotus Dragon, like the Legend of the White Lotus Dragon." I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, of course, you're just saying like, I'll watch it when I watch it, whatever. But like, you know, if you go through all his live streams and you hear him talk a lot, or whatever, certain dates that he'll point out, or like at certain times or whatever, he'll say like, you know, this event happened to me at this moment right here, whatever. I know I'm going through it. I know I got bad mental health. Like, he'll like literally say it, and you're just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? At least he's being upfront with it. But like, you're not saying like, yo, what's going on more, JDF? Like, what's going on more, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one didn't like stop and ask and say like, whoa, what happened at that time? Let's talk about it and everything. Like, so yeah, that's my number one thing. If you guys are going through anything in the chat, you know, just reach out to us. Like, no lie. Like, I'm not kidding. This is not me. Serious face. Like,
I know we joke a lot and whatever else, but in terms of mental health, we know when to.
It's serious, man. That's nothing funny about
nothing
that.
To play with.
Nothing to play with. It really isn't. It really isn't.
That's one thing that, like, a unifying struggle that I think every human being has dealt with in some form and some fashion, or they will if they haven't already.
And you know, it's not exclusive to anyone. Like, we all go through it. It's just a case of who's willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And who's willing to listen as well? Because sometimes you can talk and no mother will listen, you know, and you know that's another problem.
I went to go see Black Panther with my friend, and we went to his house afterwards, and we were just like talking, and we started talking about like, you know, what's been going on with us and stuff. And I'm not gonna say it out of respect for him, but he just started like just to break down and stuff. And, like a hug, and he just started to break down over, you know, said issue. It was just just never, and I could tell like he needed that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew up with him. Like, I think of him as like an older, like basically a sibling I never had. Like, I grew up with him, and he's like and like taught me like a whole bunch. I can just tell like something was up with him that whole time. Like he was happy when we saw the movie and stuff. I could tell like something was bothering him, and when he just like broke down, like I just knew. Like I had like this thing that I got from my mom. I can just tell when somebody that I care about, like you guys and stuff. I can just tell when something's up with you, like something's not right. Like I can figure it out just like that. But he just broke down and crying, and you just never know. Like
and this is the mad thing is the other day I had probably one of the worst days I've had in a long freaking time, and I'm being dead serious. I had one of the worst days ever, like literally in years, and I was visibly upset that day. I couldn't act it, I couldn't hide my way through it, and no one cared. No one cared. And you know what? I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Just carry on, you know? And that's part of the struggle, you know, is sometimes you are visibly upset and no one cares. You know, it's that kind of feeling of you just got to keep trucking on, you know? And as much as we're there for each other, to which I'm extremely grateful for, on that particular day, you know, because we live different times and whatever else, I literally had no one that day. I was just like, man, and you also get to a point where you don't want to be a burden on anyone as well. That's the other problem, you know, because everyone's dealing with their own shtick, and you don't want to feel like, okay, I'm going to burden this problem with this person with my problems. You don't want to get to that space, you know. It's such a weird mix, you know.
It's feeding into itself, like you can.
It's infectious.
Yeah,
really is.
I thought what I was doing just to. I mean, hell, told Jacob I was.
Yeah, I mean, when that JDF stuff was revealed yesterday, I mean, I got on a call with you straight away, Danny. I was like, oh, hold on a minute, you let me get home, and I'm getting on a call with your ass. Like,
oh, he had to talk. This is where age don't fucking matter, bro. Like,
I was like, yeah, I'm getting on a call. You're getting on a call this time. I'm calling you. Like, I'm taking the reins. I'm gonna be the king. You're gonna be the chosen one for a bit. We switch roles. Hey, Adam. Oh God, Jesus, I'm ill as a dog. But yeah, rest in peace, JDF. I still haven't quite fully processed it. No doubt in the coming weeks, I'm still going to be hit by it. But you know, my thoughts and prayers are with his family, as I'm sure we can all attest to. And yeah, you know, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, but got to move on, I guess. Got to move on. He would want everyone to move on in good spirits. So JDF,
the power protects you, brother. Morph time.
Rest in power, man.
Morph in time forever, man. Ah, oh, Jesus. Nope, don't cut the onions. Don't cut the onions. Oh, right. Now, next. When I say this one broke me as well, this one hit like a mofo. This one hurt, man. I was like, yo, and
that's Hagrid, man.
That's Hagrid. You know, it's not Robbie Coltrane, it's Hagrid. And
the minute I heard about this, I thought of that scene in the first one at the end.
Same.
When Hagrid hugs Harry.
Oh. And he waves him goodbye.
I thought about Deathly Hallows scene where he's like, Harry, what are you doing here in the forest?
I thought about the scene in Chamber of Secrets when you know, it's not Hogwarts without you, Hagrid.
This doesn't get talked about enough across the franchise. Hagrid and Harry's relationship in those movies.
Yep. Hagrid is the first positive role model that Harry ever had.
He gave him a birthday cake.
When I tell you, man, like I used to hey Juliana, I used to watch that line. I used to watch these movies with my granddad a lot, and the connection that Harry and Hagrid had was very similar to me and my granddad. It was almost like I was hurt, man. I was like, yo, not Hagrid, man, come on. And this is part of that thing of, and again, I don't want to put this out there if it's not wrong, and I don't want to spread misinformation, but he literally said in the special that they just did not long ago, Hagrid will be here and I won't be.
Wow.
And then what happens? No more than a few months later, he's gone. That's not coincidence. I think he knew something. And that's what makes it even more heartbreaking.
He might have been sick or something, man. Like that's.
Yep. He might have just been like, I feel like my time's coming. So if I get an opportunity to say it, I'm going to say it. And this is why they got to leave. It's just on a separate thing. You got to leave Harry Potter the fuck up. Do not touch it. But this one hit me, man. I was like, you know what, man? This is rough, especially Robbie Coltrane. He's been around for years. Like, he's done everything.
You have to look at what Hagrid represents. Like Harry Potter, other than being like the chosen one and all, like hero, he starts as an unloved kid, basically. Like, he's an abused, unloved kid, and Hagrid is the first person. He rescues him from that reality. He's the first person to embrace Harry with something other than hate. Like, you think about it from the perspective of like, thank God it's never my reality, but for a lot of people, if someone who's been abused and who lives with parents that don't love them or don't treat them right, Hagrid is an escape from that. He literally took Harry away from that and introduced him to this wonderful, amazing world where Harry was right at home. Like, that's what Hagrid represents, and that's heartbreaking, man.
Yeah. It is perfectly said. It's
like, especially the first one. Like, there are a lot of like every time I can't watch the first one that much. I don't rewatch it often because I tear up at the beginning of it and at the end, because I have like a weakness. Like, when I see like it could be an adult, a kid, or whatever, and they're like unloved and they're treated like badly. Like, Harry was treated badly by
covered under the stairs, you know.
I don't care. I don't care.
There's plot reasons for it.
True redemption arcs for them. No, I don't care. It's like it's no excuse for it. Like, it's like those scenes like just tick me off and like make me like emotional. And then when you see a character like Hagrid and just the way he's introduced and the way like he just automatically cares for Harry, like, and he just gives Harry hope that like he has a true family that's going to care for him in the future. Hagrid's basically a foreshadow character for the whole entire story.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about his character.
And I'll make a case that other than Sirius, he's Harry's best role model. Like, I love Dumbledore. Dumbledore is great. Dumbledore is complicated. He got all these plans. He's always trying to. He cares about Harry.
He's more of a teacher. He's more of a teacher.
Yeah, Dumbledore is all about the greater good more than Harry. But Hagrid is always like, what's best for Harry? Like, how can I help Harry? Like, what do I do for Harry? He's not necessarily
Hagrid's what gives Harry his heart.
Exactly.
Like, you see the reaction in Deathly Hallows Part 2 where he comes to the forest, he's like, no, like, Hagrid is like,
why are you saying, what are you doing here? Leave.
And then he has to carry his dead body to the castle, you know, as well.
Just like he carried him as a baby.
Yeah, as a baby. Yep, that's a full circle right there. And then there's just so many moments across the franchise where a lot of Harry's heart, you could argue, you know, it's that nature versus nurture thing. Hagrid was a key component of that. And a lot of that stems from Robbie Coltrane's performance because he has such a gentility and warmth.
Gentle giant, literally.
Gentle giant. You know, he has that kind of gentility to him where even though he's a giant and he could hurt people, he doesn't, and he cares. You know, it's like even when Dumbledore is threatened by Mr. Dursley, he's like, oh, no, I'm strapping up. What did you just say? You know, he's loyal. And I think that's what Harry really needed. As much as, and this is why I fucking hate Cursed Child, as much as, you know, because it makes Harry a dead dad and a loser, as much as Harry learned something from Lupin, from Dumbledore, from Sirius, I think at that point in time, all he needed was someone who cared.
Yeah.
And he gets that in Ron and Hermione for sure. But the first person that clutches him away from that world is Hagrid and takes him on an adventure that changes his life forever. You know, it's and the thing is, Hagrid, if we're being completely objective here, in terms of wizardry, he's not the best. Like, he's average at best, you know. But it's his heart that Harry loves. It's not
that fatherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you notice,
can't do this spell or that spell. It's his heart. That's the main reason.
In every book or movie, when
you see, like he's always wanting to go see him. So.
Is someone watching the TV?
No.
I watch Power Rangers.
Mine is not on.
Turn the volume down a little bit. I think it's echoing through the thing.
Yeah, if you notice in every book,
sorry, Danny.
When Harry is like at his lowest point, he goes to go see Hagrid. Like him and Ron and Hermione, they go to go see Hagrid together. That's the reason for that. Like Hagrid is always there to pick them up. Like when something's going wrong. That's just why it hurts so bad, man.
Yeah, it is. It's.
You think about his story, like
lower down just a bit more.
He was framed for the whole Chamber of Secrets thing, like, and he still was loyal to Hogwarts, even though he got framed for something he didn't do. Like that's.
It's mad. Like Hagrid's character goes on such a development, you know, and a lot of that again, it just goes back to Robbie Coltrane's performance. So. He is Hagrid, you know. It's that kind of thing of he is Hagrid. It's not him playing the character. He is, because even in interviews, he's basically Hagrid, like more or less, you know. And I think this one hit me and all us even more so because when you grow up with Harry Potter, like obviously you get new fans of it, but with Harry Potter, it's a thing that you grow up with as you get older. You grow with the characters. You literally grow as the cast grow, and you almost feel like, again, another part of your childhood is dead. And it's a sign of you getting older and all of the people in your life that you cared about that welcomed you into the world are now gone. You know, it's heartbreaking, you know. It's I mean, I can only hope that his family have got there.
It goes back to like
there we go. I can only hope that family audio. I can only hope that his family have kind of got their, you know, sort of closure with it. I guess, but it is sad. It's just sad, you know. Hagrid, man. I don't know how to take it. I went on a full Harry Potter binge afterwards. Yeah, that echo is mad loud. Is that the? You got your soundbar in, Danny?
I don't have my soundbar on.
Oh,
nothing on. I even turned off my heater.
Damn, what is that? Hang on, let me turn. Right, let me.
I don't know. I had nothing on, but
yeah, I just have audio. That's it.
Where is that coming from? There is a mad echo. Right, hang on. Everyone, go into audio and put echo cancellation on if it isn't on.
Thought I had this on. Right.
Then you might fix the problem. I think it's a StreamYard situation. Is it gone?
I already had it on.
Yeah, it's on there.
I think it might be better.
Do you hear it?
No, it's fine now.
What was that about?
I don't hear anything. Like my stuff is on echo cancellation too.
Strange. I'm not too sure. There it is again. Evan, are you watching something, sir?
No, it's not me. And should we all go on mute like one at a time, and then
I'm going on mute first.
You're smiling.
Not checking.
Anything? Checking. 1, 2, 3. That's
All
right.
All right, RJ.
Hello.
RJ. No, it's not RJ.
I don't have anything else on. I literally just have my computer on. I'm actually being serious.
Me too.
I will show you my TV right now.
I'm not too sure. I think it's from your end. Then is the microphone plugged in properly on that end?
I literally just have the computer.
That is really echoey.
Think.
You know what? Let me just.
I literally just have my.
1 sec.
I don't have nothing else on, bro. I got the sound bar up. I got the heater on.
Wait, have you got your TV on?
My TV is silent.
I think it's picking it up. It's definitely picking up something. Hang on. Let me plug in my headphones. Let me see if that makes any difference. Just don't shout down the mic. Evan, if you do that. Right. Okay. Any better?
No.
Ah! Shit, it's actually louder when I got my headphones in. Whoa!
Hey, I don't have nothing else in, bro.
Right. Has anyone got a tab open?
What?
No.
Has anyone got like a tab open? Oh! Shit, I gotta get
take them off, dude. Yeah, take them off.
Right, well, I have no idea what's going on. You all need to upgrade your bloody audio equipment, for Christ's sake.
Hang on, I've got a mic here. What you going?
I literally just.
Right, we're tracking on. We're tracking through it. Forget it. We're tracking through it. Anyway, Evan, it's probably your fault. But yeah, back to the point.
Of course
yeah,
it is.
You put some soap in that echo. I don't know what's going on. It's mad. It's mad.
It's gotta be StreamYard being weird.
Thing, bro.
I guess it's StreamYard because I don't hear nothing, bro.
Add us and then re-add us. So take us out and then re-add us back in again. See if that does anything, or I don't know.
Right. Okay. That's...
Yeah. Let me turn cancellation off.
And wait. It's gone.
Testing.
RJ.
We good?
RJ.
No.
Darius.
What? Wait. What? What are you doing?
Where's King?
I don't hear nothing. I don't have nothing on.
Wait. I don't hear it anymore.
There it is.
Sounds like talking. I don't
hear it.
We're gonna truck through it. We're gonna truck through it. I don't care. We're gonna truck through it. But yeah, it is sad. May he rest in peace. And you know, so vice versa, the same thing to Kevin Conroy. This Kevin Conroy.
This one hurt too.
This one hurt a lot.
Hand in hand. You know, this is the voice of Batman. And Danny, take over this one for me, man, because I'm
the Batman.
Dude, we literally had Batman month like 2 months ago, man. September, dog. I mean, we couldn't cover it because of Cobra Kai, but that's a whole nother thing. But man, listen, Kevin Conroy, man, my goodness, this dude is arguably the best Batman of all time. We're including live action Batmans. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, okay? I am vengeance. I am the night, and I am Batman. Come on, man. That's just oh my goodness. This hurt me, dude. Like when I found out that he had cancer and he didn't say anything about it, it just reminds me of Mr. Bozeman, man. Like, you know, didn't say anything. He was just carrying on, bro. Carrying on. And he didn't say anything, bro. Because that was the thing about Kevin Conroy, bro. I never met the guy, but there was always positive things about Kevin Conroy, dude. He never belittled any of the fans or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Conroy was so cool. I just found this out. Found out the dude was gay. I didn't care. He was Kevin Conroy. He was Batman. I didn't care about that. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because like he was always not. They said that he was always nice. He was always, you know, he loved his job, man. He loved his job. And the funny thing is, when you if you go back and rewatch some of his interviews, he almost didn't want to do this job. He was almost about to skip it, dude, because he didn't think he was gonna.
Imagine, you see, it's like what you said about me with the One More Robbie video. Just imagine if you didn't push on.
Yeah, like he almost was mad. He almost did not like, because like his agent said, like, "Hey man, you should go try out for this role." What is it? Batman? You mean like Adam West? Like Batman? No, it's like more of a darker series. Like go check, go do it. It was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm an actor. So I don't know, man. This one hurt me, dude. Like this was the thing is, like, when I lost Kevin Conroy and then I lost JDF, man, it just like that was my whole entire Saturday lineup. Gone. Just like that. Gone.
Again, it's just proof of, like, you know, you never know what's around the corner for anybody. I mean, he was only 66. Like, I mean, it's not young, but it's not old. Like, it just, I mean, 1 minute you're here, the next minute gone. You know, that's why I say people should never take life for granted. You know, it's tomorrow.
I thought the pandemic would have showed people that, but apparently not.
Apparently not. Apparently, people still need to learn. Again, but I just, you know, it's crazy because even though there's great talents that can fulfill the Batman voice, i.e., you know, you've got, let's just say, for instance, Jason Mara, he's really good. You've got other ones. None of them are Kevin Conroy, you know? What's up, Demi? You're right, bro. Like, none of them are Kevin Conroy, man.
Dude, oh my goodness. The man owned the role. Like, he even said, when you watch his interviews, he even said, like, so Batman is basically like Shakespeare and Hamlet. And like they said, yeah, if you think about it, yeah, it is. Like, he's like, okay, now I know what to do with the character.
He's literally the first person.
He was the first person to know the difference between Bruce Wayne and Batman or whatever. Go ahead, Darius.
He's literally like the Phantom of the Opera, like Jekyll and Hyde. Like, that's basically what Batman is. And like Kevin Conroy is one of the few people that like understood that. And he transcended a generation. Like, I didn't grow up with the animated series. I was born like 7 or so years after it first aired, but I caught reruns. Like, they were still showing reruns in like the mid 2000s because that's how good the show was. They were still showing it on TV.
Oh, for 10 years, solid.
You hear about all these 90s shows that fall off and everyone forgot about it because it wasn't great. Like, but nah, they were showing Batman. They were showing Batman 24/7, dude. Like, I caught up with the entire series. Like, I was watching it week to week on TV. And
dude, I mean, because of Batman, bro. Like, because of Batman, you got a whole entire animated series, like, multiverse. Like, you got Superman, the animated series. Justice League. You got Justice League Unlimited. You have Batman Beyond. You have Static Shock, bro. Because of this one dude, remember, it's like I told Jacob, because he took a chance or whatever. He wasn't going to do the role because he said, like, oh, it's cartoon, who cares, it's kiddie stuff. But because he took a chance, because he like said, like, you know what, screw it, I don't got nothing else to lose, like, whatever, let's do this thing. Bam. Universe.
Him and Mark Hamill.
Oh,
dude,
yes.
Yeah.
That's the duo right there.
And you see what Mark Hamill said about Kevin Conroy. Mark Hamill's a legend in his own right. I mean, that's Luke Skywalker and the Joker.
Yeah.
He's had nothing but glowing things to say about Kevin Conroy. Like, that's
Mark Hamill, like, they said Mark Hamill, like, was like in tears when he found out that Kevin Conroy passed away or whatever, like, because that was his friend, that was his buddy right there, you know.
Yeah, they were close, man.
They're literally were Joker and Batman in real life. It's like, you know, this, you know how it is. I try to kill you, you try to kill me, and then, you know, we start this thing all over again. Like, so it's crazy, man.
You know what's kind of crazy? I'm wearing a Joker shirt. You're wearing a Batman shirt. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm wearing like a Joker shirt.
Meet Batman. Batman. Meet Joker. You know what? Actually, fuck it. You know what? One second. Hang on. 1 second. I got an idea.
I am the knight, and I am Batman.
That's your cue to say something back on.
Wait, what?
Something that the
iconic Batman quote.
I can't imitate Mark Hamill, bro. He's too good. I can't do it.
Bats.
Right.
Yeah, I like this man Kevin Conroy was so good. The show was so good. As big as a Spider-Man fanboy as I am, as much as I love the '90s show and the Spectacular show, I gotta give it to Batman. I have to.
Yeah,
and I love the '90s Spider-Man show.
I love that one. I love Spectacular. Like I love X-Men. I can't give any of that. I had to give it to Batman.
They literally copied the animated series title, bro. They said, like, yeah, Spider-Man the animated series, X-Men the animated series, like,
they knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, Fantastic Four the animated series. They did a bunch of them.
Yeah,
they did.
But the fact we're still talking about the show, the Batman animated show now, shows that the impact he had and how good it was as well.
You got Robert Pattinson citing, like, when he's talking about the Batman. You got Robert Pattinson citing Kevin Conroy, like he's talking about like how he's an inspiration for him, like his character.
The man said that he watches The Mask of the Phantasm, which I kind of hope Matt Reeves make a live action adaptation.
So do I.
If you're gonna do it, it's the perfect good time to do it. Like, same.
Like, dude, they made Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was so good, they made her into a character. Like they put her in the comics because of this.
Oh yeah, like Harley Quinn is an original character because of this series.
We got Mr. J and egg sandwich.
Started here.
That's the reverse of that's supposed to work. Usually,
remember, Joker and Harley are the best in-game couple.
Oh God!
Speaking of
toxicity, out of a window.
Shall I pull up the list again to go through it and see what the relationship goals? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. But that echo is nuts. Evan, what are you doing over there?
Evan, stop smoking. Stop smoking. Jesus.
It's like, hey man, I got everything off. So
the sources are on fire.
I have no idea. I'm starting to think about you, Evan. Hang on. Right, let me try something different. Let's see if it's been me the whole time. Let's just see.
Hello, Dad.
Yo. Nah, it ain't me.
It's not me. I don't got nothing else.
No, I meant to put it that way. Shit.
I don't got nothing else, bro.
Wait, has it been me the entire time?
I don't know. Literally, I have nothing. I just by checking on in my room.
I have no idea. Evan, smoking. So,
nope, I'm not. Don't.
Evan, stop smoking. That's going to be a new thing now.
Might as well add that to the compilation.
To be fair, right? Just a thing, because this has been quite a sad segment. You know, it's like that time when we kicked off the stream. I don't know if you saw it, RJ, but I was like, Danny, read out the list that you have constructed for me. Sorry.
We don't look the same.
We don't all look the same. We don't all look the same. And I must say, the seating plan is much nicer here than it usually is. Like, normally it's...
So we're going there.
You know what you do.
Oh, so we're here now. All right. Yeah.
No, yeah, like, I mean, you know, just to round it off, and then we'll go to Kings of Pop Culture. But I just want to say that, you know, one more time, rest in peace to both, you know, Kevin Conroy, Robbie Coltrane, and Jason David Frank. It's tragic.
Dude, this man introduced me to Batman. Conroy, you're the dude, man.
You know, it really is. It really is. I'm just going to move us off the screen for a second. There we go. Rest in peace to the three. Rest in peace to the three. Legends. Icons. Batman, Hagrid, and Tommy Oliver.
The legends of pop culture.
Yeah. They're forever, like, in the mantle of, like, pop culture now, dude. Like, their jerseys have been...
You know you do. But, yeah, the great ones. Okay, guys, we'll see you in just a second for Kings of Pop Culture. Thank you for tuning into this little tribute stream.
Oh, God.
And, you know, may they rest in peace. my thoughts and prayers with their family and friends. And man, the world is a little less bright without them, you know. Everyone raise a toast, a sword, or something in honor of the three of them.
What do I got? I got this. Yeah.
Give them the spies goodbye.
What is that, there?
And just because they would want to see, I'm sure they would want to see a smile. We're going to see who's going to break out of all five of us, starting right now.
Screw this. I'm done. I can't do this.
Yield, Danny. Yield.
He's gonna burp.
Danny, what's that word that woman said about Scottish people?
Danny,
Yield.
why's your sound like that? Sort your sound out.
Jacob, you blink twice if you're in favor of segregation.
Damn it, Darren. No!
Let's go.
And on that note, we went. Let's go. Like,
hang on. You did. You know what you did. You know what you did. I'll tell you what. You know what? Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's go back to basics. There you go. Wait, I'm top center. There you go. Put Evan in the corner. There you go. Everybody. Yep. Jason, Robbie, and Kevin. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you in just a second for Kings of Pop Culture. And if you're watching after the fact or on rewatch, then thank you for tuning in and leave your thoughts and prayers down in the comment section below. And yeah, man, it's a tearjerker talking about it. See you in a bit.